welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have another girl talk video for you guys, and this one is going to be fun. So I'm super excited. I actually have my questions ready for you guys here. I have an iPad, guys. Me excited for an iPad. I just got this iPad and I'm so excited. Like, I had told you guys on, I think it was Instagram, or was it on my YouTube channel? I forgot where I told you guys, but I told you guys that I got an iPad and that I wanted to do a what's in my iPad video because I wanted to show you guys all the cool stuff that was going to be in here. So I had an iPad before and it was an iPad mini, but I literally would not use it at all. It's just work related. I would just submit stuff. Like, it was literally, it had like all my work. So now I decided to just get this one and make it a little bit more personal. Me talking about a tablet that has nothing to do with this video. But I have a planner in here and it's so cute. I'll get into details with that one later. But if you guys are new to my channel, hi, my name is Blanca Yvette and I do post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I am going to be doing a fun video for you guys today, and it is going to be all about sex and relationships. I feel like my girl talk videos always do amazing on here. You guys love chatting with me. I love chatting with you guys. I know that I can't hear you guys on the other end, but when you guys send me over your questions, I feel like they're super personal and I feel like I'm targeting like specific people. So I love being able to do girl talk videos with you guys, and I know that you guys love them as well. So I wanted to do a video. I did do a poll on Instagram asking you guys how comfortable you guys are talking about sex, how comfortable you guys were in general talking about that topic, because I know that a lot of people are actually not that comfortable when it comes to, you know, being open about these things. So I've always told you guys that I am such a feminist, guys. Like, I am all about woman empowerment and making sure that we are treated equally. So I've always been very open about how I feel, whether it's this topic or not this topic. Like, I've always been very open about my feelings and what I like and what I don't like. But I know that a lot of people are not comfortable with certain topics or even being open about like the relationships and stuff. So I went and I had you guys ask me a whole bunch of questions. So we are going to be answering those for you guys today. So if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel. If you guys are not new here, welcome back. So let's go ahead and get started with this video. So I have the tablet right in front of me and I'm going to go ahead and ask. I had Karina set up a whole bunch of questions for me, so I didn't know what the questions were. So she went through all of the questions and just picked out the best ones so I could answer for you guys.
Of course.
Okay. This first question is, how do you feel about a guy shaving everything down there? I personally like it. I definitely feel like guys should shave. I feel like, I don't think they should. Like, it's not mandatory, because I would hate for somebody to be like, you need to shave, you know, because nobody tells me what to do. But I feel like it just looks nicer, because you know how like penises already like look weird. So it's like, it just makes it look prettier because they're like weird looking, you know. I know that I'm not the only person that thinks that penises look weird. Like, they're just weird. So I definitely feel like it just makes it look a lot weirder with hair, you know. Like, I know that you guys are all probably trying to imagine it right now, but it's not a cute image. So when you shave, it just looks a lot cleaner too. Even with me personally, like as a girl, I feel like when you're shaved, you just feel cleaner. So that's the same way that I would see like a man, you know. I feel like it just looks nicer. It looks a little bit more appealing. You're like, oh, okay, we have potential. But yes, I definitely feel like I agree. I feel like I personally like it myself too. Let me know down below if you guys don't. If you guys hear anybody in the background, we're just getting different opinions, guys, okay? So the next question, do you believe in having a break in a relationship? No, I do not believe in breaks. I used to believe in breaks a lot in my previous relationships, and since being with Ulises, we are on a no break zone, and I think he installed that into my head. Because I actually used to be very, very comfortable with any time that I felt like something was going wrong. It was like, okay, well, we're breaking up, or we need a break. Like, this is just not working right now. We need a break. And I feel like breaks a lot of the time are because people don't want to cheat, so they want to break to make themselves feel better about wanting to like sleep with other people or be in other relationships. and say that they didn't cheat because you were on a break. You know what I mean? So I've definitely learned now that I'm like married, obviously, like I can't just get a break from my husband, you know, but even when I was in a relationship with Ulises, in the beginning of our relationships, it was very like that. Like I was always like, we can't do this. Like we're gonna need a break, or we need to like. And not that I was trying to go and fuck around, but I literally was so used to like my other relationship always wanting breaks and probably fucking around, that I thought that was normal. Like I thought that taking breaks was a normal thing, and it's not, guys. Like, if you're on and off in your relationship, then just break up. Because it's not going to get better when you get out of your break. So, at this point, like, Ulises pretty much told me there was a situation where you guys know that we had actually broke up around Christmas. Ulises always says that I scarred him because we ended up breaking up. But he told me, like, if we split up, like, we're done. Like, this is not going to be like a fucking high school relationship. We're not going to be going back and forth. We're not going to break up temporary. Like, either we're breaking up or we're staying together. So now that mentality that I had of my previous relationships, thinking that that was healthy for me to continue to have breaks, definitely changed. So no, I do not believe in having breaks in your relationship. If you're done, you're done. Next question. Does it feel different for you having kids versus... Does it feel different for you after having kids versus before having them? I'm guessing this is a sex question. I don't feel different, like with me personally. Like, I don't feel different. I feel like sex is the same. The only thing that changed was in the beginning of my relationship. The fact that, I mean, in the beginning after having kids, I was really insecure with myself. So I feel like that definitely like tarnished my relationship, where I felt like insecure. So I was like, okay, we need to like not do anything because the lights need to be off, or oh my god, don't touch me there, or don't grab me there, or oh my god, like, because I felt like my body changed. So I felt that my significant other was gonna notice that my body changed. But in reality, he didn't give a fuck. He was just trying to get it in. So he was like, you know, but as a girl, like, we do think about those things and we worry about those things. And I feel like that's such a hard thing to go through when you're a girl and you're feeling like that. So you know how it already is hard enough to even get in the mood. Imagine getting in the mood when you don't feel good about yourself. Like, that's 100 times worse. And I feel like sometimes guys don't understand that. They think that it's just super easy to just be like, okay, like, I just want to like get it in real quick. There's a lot that goes on behind it. So I don't feel like it feels different, but mentally myself, I felt different. But now that I feel like good about myself, she's back, better than ever. So next question, how often should a couple do it? Also, what do you guys think about using toys? I feel like there is not an amount of times that you should. I don't think there's a healthy amount of time. I feel like if you do what works for your relationship, like if once a week works for you, do it. If once a month works for you, do it. If once a year works for you, then that's cool. If every day works for you, like, you need to know what's going to be good for you guys. I don't think that there's a specific number. Also, what do you guys think about using toys? I feel like I am so down for that. You guys already know that. I know that it's more a guy thing than it is a girl thing. I feel like girls normally, that's something normal. For guys, I feel like it's definitely something that you need to work your way in, unless your guy's down. Like, if he's just down, I know that just by experience, a lot of the time it's more like a man thing. Like, oh, well, what can that do that I can't? You know, that it's like, you don't want to know what that thing can do that you can't. But it's no shade at all intended to my husband, I promise you guys. But it's something that definitely needs to be an open question, because it definitely makes things so much different. And sometimes it can become like the same routine over and over and over again, that it just spices up and keeps things a little bit more interesting, which I feel like is very important, that you guys don't lose. You know, don't have it be like a chore. Like, just get comfortable and enjoy it, and have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, it should be a time that you're with your partner and you guys are both equally being taken care of. And I feel like girls are definitely a lot more open to that, because they know that it's going to handle business, as opposed to penetration does not do just anything, guys, okay? Like, that's one thing that you guys need to know, that it does not, like, you just getting penetration is not going to do the job. I'm sorry to break it to you guys. It's not. So it is important to definitely find what your significant other wants, you know, because that's something that there's probably going to be a question in here somewhere in there, but let's normalize taking care of your female partner, because every time we know that a guy is going to get taken care of and he's fine, like, can we normalize that the girl needs to finish and get taken care of equally? That's all I gotta say. Drops mic. I have sound effects in the background. Why is it so hard to leave a toxic relationship, and how do you do it? So if you guys have been following me for a while, since I first started YouTube, I have a video all the way down at the very bottom, and it is a relationships advice video. I think that's what I titled it. That video, still till this day, I get so many DMs about. Like, I get so many DMs about, and I feel like that was probably the most open I've ever been with my life, as far as like what I went through before meeting my amazing husband. So I get a lot of these questions. A lot of people always ask me, like, how do you leave a toxic relationship? Because I've been there. I know that a lot of new followers only see my relationship now and probably don't understand why I always talk about how amazing of a husband Ulises is. Like, people get tired of me being like, they're like, okay, we get it, your husband's amazing, but it's like, people don't get that I had a shitty ass boyfriend before, and now that I have my husband, it was like night and day. So I like to always remind myself how lucky I am to have a guy who really cares about me and like appreciates me and, you know, values me as his wife and has respect for me and everything. So I was in a very toxic relationship when I was younger, and I feel like maybe it's normal. I don't know if it's just because you're young, so you don't know any better, and I feel like you have toxic traits when you're young and you want to be like manipulative and controlling and all that stuff. I feel like the easiest time, I don't even know how to explain it. Okay, so you're gonna go through steps. So you're gonna get to a point where you're done, and you're going to be over the person that you were with. And then as soon as you guys break up, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be cool. You're gonna be living life. You're gonna be vibing. You're gonna be like, yes, it was the best decision of my life. And then your toxic partner is going to try to come back and make you feel like you are making a mistake and he can change or she can change, and all of a sudden everything that you wanted is they're giving you again. Like they're like everything you asked when you were in the relationship, that all of a sudden are like doing it. And then you're just thinking in your head like, okay, well, why weren't you doing those things when you were with me? Okay, so that's being toxic. Like, they know that they can bring you back and rail you right back in by being like that. So once you get out of that step, like once you're over that little hump of the, oh my God, did I make the right decision? You're going to get over that. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be easy, because I'm telling you guys these steps because I went through them. You know, like I went through the I'm done, through the oh my God, me regretting my whole life and thinking like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, was this the right decision? Like, maybe I should go back. And I didn't go back. I was just like, okay, like this was maybe what I needed to do. I moved on. And then the holidays happened, like Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and then I was so sad, and then Valentine's Day happened and I was even more sad. Like it was just like a very sad transition, because I went through those moments of crying and thinking that my life was over and thinking that I would never get through this, and then we survived. We were fine. You know, like it's just baby steps. You know, you're gonna get to that point where you're just like your whole world is crushing and you think that you can't do anything about it. But once you get over that little hump, like that little just of letting it go and not going back and just staying true to your decision, you're going to be fine and you're going to get over it. And I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, because it's not. You're going to go through months where you're like regretting it and regretting it. But as time goes by, every single day, every single week, every single month is going to continue to be better than the last. And you're going to get to a point where you're going to see that person and then you'll be like, what the fuck was I putting myself through for all these years? You know? But yeah, you just do it. And you guys can do it, guys. Trust me. I survived. And I found the love of my life. Inserts Elisa's here. Okay, next question. How do you talk to your significant other about things you like and dislike during sex? I definitely feel like that's a conversation that you should have like after, but in the moment while it's happening, don't be scared to guide your partner, because they're not going to know. You can't expect a man to know a woman's body, no matter how experienced they are. Like they need to find that one person that tells them exactly what they need to know what a girl's gonna like. You know what I mean? So I feel like being vocal, like I feel like your partner should not be offended by that. Like if your partner's offended by you telling him like what to do, then there's a maturity level there that needs to grow up, you know? Because you should be able to tell your partner like, oh, like if you do it like this, or if you like add that, or if you do this, you should be able to do that. So definitely, if you're comfortable enough, like I feel like your partner should make you feel comfortable enough to be able to have those conversations. I always say this, guys, if you are comfortable enough to have sex, you should be comfortable enough to talk about sex. If you cannot talk about it, then why are you having it? You know? Please don't read my name, but how will you know when you're ready to have sex? Baby girl, you are not ready. You are too young. Skip's question, okay? I feel like you're gonna know, like, don't let any boyfriend or any friends that may be having sex influence you to have sex. I was actually one of the last of my friend group to lose my virginity, and I know what that pressure feels like, of feeling like, okay, like why am I not, you know, sleeping with 20 guys, you know? Not that I'm thinking that, but in my head you're hearing all these friends and they're like talking about this and talking about that, and you're kind of being left out in the loop. Or you have that boyfriend that's like pressuring you and making you think like you need to have sex in order for us to be together, or if you love me you'll have sex. Like, no, you have sex when you feel like you're ready. And just based on your picture, you look really young, so enjoy your years. Just don't feel pressured. The next question, having sex on your period. I am not down for that. I know there's a lot of girls who are down to have sex on your period, and it sucks. It fucking sucks, because I don't know what it is about your hormones when you're on your period, but for some damn reason, every time you're on your freaking period, you want it. Like, you just want it that much more. And I don't know if it's just that feeling of knowing that you can't that gets you, or it's really like your hormones, but I'm not down for that. I never have. I have, to be honest with you, I will be honest, I have done it, and it's not my vibe. Like, props to girls who can actually, like, even if it's in the shower, I just can't. Sorry. Like, how do you know if your relationship with your partner is fading? I feel like you'll know. I feel like most of the time we know when something's wrong. If we choose to ignore it, that's a different conversation. I feel like a lot of the times we know that something's up. We know that something's not right. We know something's going on. Like, a woman's intuition is a real thing. And you're gonna know if there's something missing. And I feel like the moment you start feeling like something's not right, you need to talk to your partner and fix it. And if there's no solution, then that's where you need to make the decision to part ways. Because there's nothing worse than being in an unhappy relationship, because it really puts a toll into your life. Like, I just remember me being in high school and, like, you know, having a boyfriend. I swear I couldn't even concentrate in school sometimes because I was so worried about my relationship that I didn't even enjoy my senior year. Like, I didn't even enjoy, like, being a young girl, you know? Like, I didn't enjoy hanging out with my friends and, like, being a normal teenager. You know what I mean? Like, I was so fucking worried about, like, my boyfriend and, like, my boyfriend this and my boyfriend that and me being in a breakup and all this stuff, that even after high school, like, I was in college, and I went to college for 2 years, and we actually went to school together, and it was just so bad. Like, I was always mad. I was angry at everything. Like, I would get into an argument, and then I would take it out on everybody. Everybody but him. Everybody but fucking him, you know? So it was like, it's such a draining thing to do, that if you start feeling like something's just not there anymore, just talk about it, because you might be able to fix it, you know? Okay, so the next question, Javi, come here. Oh, this is outside with the kids, but we have a man here, so let's see.
So,
Why do men push down your head while giving head?
because there's just a small problem.
Javi! He's like, he's trying to get all the feeling in. Okay, well, that answers it. Thank you, Javi. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So the next question is, why do men push down your head while giving him head? I honestly don't know. I feel like, I just thought it was like a natural reflex, like, you know, because you're just like, oh, like, come on, you know, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like they're just really into it, that's what I thought. But next question, for men, is it easy to talk about, for men, it is easy to talk about the number of sex partners and masturbation, but women are so frowned upon. That's something that I've always tried to, like, be very vocal about, and I feel like, obviously, with these new girl talk videos, you guys are definitely seeing me be a little bit more open with at least sex in general. And it's because I'm married now, so I can talk about sex, because my mom's not gonna get mad. But, you know, when you're younger and stuff, you definitely don't like to talk about those things, because people automatically think you're a hoe, or you're this or you're that. And it sucks. It sucks, because I don't agree with that. I definitely don't feel like, I feel like we should all be treated equally, and it does not matter how many people you've had sex with. Like, if a girl has sex with 10 guys and then a guy has sex with 10 girls, like, the guy gets props and then the girl's a hoe. And it's like, how is that, like, make it make sense. I'm all about respect. Like, you guys know that I'm all about respect. I feel like, you know, my parents did raise me to have respect for myself and value myself, and I don't like to, you know, dress super provocative or anything like that, but that's my personal choice. Like, that's just because that's me, you know? But I definitely do not think that it's okay for a man to make a girl feel like she's less because she is a freaking sexual being just like he is. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me that I feel like if I was to tell you, like, oh, you know, I was with like 45 guys, like, would you guys think of me differently? Like, of course, you guys would definitely think of me different, you know? But if it was a guy, it'd be like, oh, damn, like, you're a player, like, you're a pimp, like, you got game, like, woo, you know, like, cheering him on. And it's like, a girl, it's like so shameful. And it's like, I feel like as long as you respect yourself and you're taking care of yourself and you're doing what you feel like is good for you, like, nobody should be able to have an opinion about how you are as a person. Or I don't feel like it should separate how people see you or think of you. You know what I mean? I feel like just be respectful of yourself and you will be fine, you know? Because I would hate for somebody to judge me based off of those decisions over me wanting to do what I feel like is best for myself, you know? But yeah, it sucks. But like I said, I'm a super feminist when it comes to stuff like that. I feel like women rock and guys suck. Period. Next question. If your husband watches porn, is that cheating? I definitely don't think that's cheating. I feel like I've had conversations like this with Ulises, and he's even given me like a men's perspective as far as like when guys watch porn, and he tells me all the time that it's like you're physically seeing what's happening. And I feel like that's with girls too. Like, I'm sure if you're watching like girl on girl porn or like guy on girl porn, like, do you ever just sit there and look at the girl and be like, damn, like, she's sexy? No, like, I feel like even guys don't think of like the actual girl, unless it's like somebody they like or like a celebrity, then I can see it. But if it's like some random porn video that's gonna get them like turned on, like I definitely don't think that they're like mesmerized by the actual girl that's in there, like, ooh, you know? Or am I tripping? Why I say that is because I actually had this conversation with Lisa, and he was telling me, you know, he's like, dude, guys aren't just looking at the girl like, yeah, I'm gonna leave my wife for that girl, you know, like. And I feel like that's true, because like even when a girl watches porn, like you're not there like, oh, I wish that was me instead of her, you know, like I feel like realistically speaking, you're just looking at what's happening, like what's going on, and the actual like image of what's happening in the video, as opposed to like, you know, I don't think that that's cheating, guys. I feel like there's levels though. Like if your guy just prefers to watch porn and like not do shit with you, then that's like a different topic. You know, but if you're in a healthy relationship and your sex life is healthy, then I don't think there's anything wrong with him watching porn. What do you think about one night stands? I personally did you just meet this person? Because if I just met this person and I'm just gonna have one night stand and bounce, I personally would never. I don't think I would do that. Just because I am the type of person that I'm probably gonna sound all cliche and stuff, but I like when there's feelings involved. Like, I feel like I wanna like actually know who my partner is, and like, because I'm gonna have sex with you because I like you. Like, I'm gonna have sex with you because I like who you are and you're feeling something for me, and now I see you in a sexual way kind of vibe, you know? If you're just horny and you're just trying to get it in, that's different. I don't think there's anything wrong. If you're down for it, you're down for it. But me personally, I don't think I could do it, you know? I know that that's on everybody's like bucket list. So if you have done it, I would love to hear your story down below, because I have friends who have. And I think those are wild stories to hear. Like, you're just like, damn, bitch, you're crazy, you know? But me personally, I don't feel like I'm a little bitch. Like, I wouldn't be down for it. Losing your virginity story. So it's not like crazy. It was planned. It was normal. And it happened. Is it normal that I like girl on girl porn? Yes, it is totally normal. I did not think that it was normal at first, but I actually read an article that said that women are more prone to watch girl on girl porn, not because they want girl on girl porn, but because of what's happening in the video. So when you're watching a guy bang a girl, like, it's just happening, you know? Like, you're just like, oh, like, fuck, like, he's just banging the shit out of her, you know? When you see girl on girl, it's very like very soft and gentle, and like the girl's taking care of the girl and the girl's taking care of the other girl, and they're just taking care of each other, and it feels good, and they're just like having a very like soft moment, as opposed to when you're watching like a guy and a girl, you know? So I feel like it's totally normal. I feel like it's you're as a girl, like, you're thinking like, okay, like, you want to get pleased, as opposed to like, oh my god, I want to get banged, you know? So I feel like it's total. What do you think is the most important factor in keeping the spark in a long relationship? Communication and listening. I feel like everybody always says communication is key, but you can communicate with somebody, but if you're not listening, then there's no communication. You know what I mean? Like, you have to actually take in what your partner is saying and actually have respect for their feelings and have respect for what they're saying. If you're communicating with somebody and they tell you like, look, this is bothering me, fix it and actually do something about it, and not just think that it's like, well, that's just how I am and I'm not going to change. Like, you can't have that I don't give a fuck attitude. Like, you guys have to be both willing to be able to compromise and meet each other halfway. When you got pregnant, did you guys try, or did he use the pull-out method when you got pregnant? Were you guys trying, or did you guys use the pull-out method? Oh, when I got pregnant with Max, so my whole relationship with Lisa's, I was never on birth control. I think I tried birth control like once in the beginning. I never used birth control. I was with him for 6 years and never got pregnant. So I would use the pull-out method, and I would actually follow a calendar. So I would follow my period, and the week that I was ovulating, I would not have sex with him. And if I did have sex with him, I would use protection. So I would just base it all on my calendar. I always checked like my calendar to make sure that I was not ovulating. But then something in me made me think like, oh my God, like what if I can't get pregnant? You know, I had never tried it. I was with him for 6 years and I never got pregnant. So I remember having this conversation with him and I was like, maybe we should try. I was like, finish inside of me, don't pull out. You know, so there's a freaking fly flying around. I was like, don't pull out and just finish inside of me and let's see if I can get pregnant. I got pregnant. That's the end of the story. I got pregnant. Okay, so I did use the pull-out method and it worked. It worked for a lot of years. But then I actually pulled out with Camila and I got pregnant. So I think, but then I heard that when you give birth, that the first couple of months you're super fertile, that even like the slightest freaking little sperm will get you pregnant. So I feel like that's what happened with Camila, because I'm telling you guys, for 6 years I had the pull-out method and it worked for me great. I'm going through a breakup and he keeps texting me. Do I stop answering or what should I do? I'm going through a breakup and he keeps texting me. Do I stop answering or what should I do? I would change my number. If I'm literally done with this person and it looks like you're not married, you look super, super young. So I'm guessing this is a relationship you're probably trying to get out of. And if you guys are obviously not living together, if you guys don't have like kids or anything like that, and you're just trying to get over the breakup and he's not leaving you alone and you're really serious, I honestly would just change my number and not talk to him ever again. Like, that's just how I would have handled that. I would have just been like, you know what, I'm changing my number, and that way he can't get through to me. If you don't want to change your number, then that's different. But if you're really over it and you just want him to get the point, just completely cut him out. Can we address the fact that not all vaginas look like the ones on porn? Yes, they do not. And that's okay. You know, not every vagina is like super pink and perfectly shaped. You know, like every vagina is different. Yeah, that's normal. I mean, that's normal. I feel like even if you watch porn, I'm sure you can see that every single video that you're watching of every girl is going to be different. You guys also have to keep in mind that if you're watching like professional porn, then they go through like extreme measures of like tinting and shit. Like when they have like sex, like anal sex, they actually go through procedures that have to like empty them out on the inside. You know, like they go through the back and they like clean them out. Did you know that? They literally clean them out. So when they're getting it in, like nothing comes out. You know what I mean? So yeah, they actually get like, not true, but I heard that they literally clean them out and stuff and they make everything look perfect because, I mean, they're paying a lot of money to create professional porn, you know? So yeah, not everything looks the same. Like, we just need to normalize that what you see is not what you get in general. Because even with sex, I feel like guys, when they're like getting it in for the first time, if you're losing your virginity or what, they try to do all these things that people in porn do. And it's like, bro, like my body cannot bend like that. Like, it does not do that, you know? So it's, yeah, we need to definitely normalize that. Oh, the last one. When you were pregnant, did you and your man have sex or did he feel uncomfortable? No, we did. I feel like it was just uncomfortable because there were certain positions that you can't do when you're pregnant. Like, you can't, like, bluntly, like, lay on your stomach. And then especially when you're, like, closer to the end of your pregnancy, you're tired, you know, you're a lot bigger and you can't move the way that you used to. So I feel like it's more like an exhausting thing. But as far as, like, feeling uncomfortable because I was pregnant, no, I feel like everything was fine. And they actually, doctors say that they encourage you to have a lot of sex and for your partner to finish inside of you while you are pregnant and reaching your last few months, because it actually helps open up your cervix. I don't know if you guys ever saw the episode on Grey's Anatomy where the girl was gonna give birth and she couldn't give birth, she wouldn't open. So then they recommended to have her husband go in there and have sex with her real quick, and then she delivered. Like, it's a real thing. They say for you to be able, but she had to have an orgasm. The girl actually had to experience an orgasm in order for her to actually open up her cervix. So it's actually a medical term that if you have sex and you have an orgasm while you're pregnant, your cervix will soften and open up to make an easy delivery. I think I need to do like a part 2, but I was trying to get like the basic questions, but these were a lot more like in depth. Okay, so this girl asked, is it normal to not orgasm during actual intercourse? Because I have never, only orally. So having an orgasm during oral sex is so easy. Like, that's probably the easiest way to be able to reach an orgasm. While you're having actual intercourse, the only way that you're actually going to be able to have an orgasm is if you're positioned usually like missionary with like your ass like up, because it has to go up like towards an angle. Like, it has to literally, if he's literally just putting it in and out of you, then no, it's not gonna ever, it's never gonna have you orgasm. You literally have to be like at an angle to where he's going to be going up. So yeah, it's definitely doable, but it's going to take a lot longer than if you were to have an orgasm during oral sex, because that's just easier, because it's usually clit stimulation. Okay. But I had a lot of good questions, guys. I actually have like so many questions in here that my video is going to be super long already, so I don't want it to be super long. But if you guys want me to do a part 2, definitely let me know, because I have a whole bunch of questions that I still wanted to answer for you guys, but I didn't want to make this video super long. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a huge thumbs up, and I will see you guys on my next one. Love you guys.